Well, speaking of Google, the company will now fund Californian newsrooms, and that has some journalists worried. Take a look at this.
In a first-in-the-nation deal, Google will commit $250 million over 5 years to fund newsrooms in California. The public-private deal between the tech giant and the state also includes funding for artificial intelligence, which some journalists have warned poses a threat to their jobs. The agreement ends a battle between Google and state lawmakers on how to fund local newsrooms. Lawmakers will now drop a proposed bill that would have forced companies like Google and Meta to pay news organizations for distributing their content. The bill, known as the California Journalism Preservation Act, was modeled after similar laws implemented in Australia and Canada. It would have funded local news organizations that have seen their business models collapse amid the rise of big tech platforms. Since the bill was introduced last year, Google has ran numerous ads opposing it. It also temporarily blocked content from several California-based news outlets. The bill's author, Oakland Assemblymember Buffy Wicks, also helped broker this latest deal with Google. She said this new agreement is the best way to get money into the hands of news publishers without having to go through the legislative process. But some associations representing news staff criticized the deal, calling it disastrous. The Media Guild of the West, which represents hundreds of journalists and media workers in California, Arizona, and Texas, filed a letter in opposition to the deal. It reads, "The future of journalism should not be decided in backroom deals." The legislature embarked on an effort to regulate monopolies and failed terribly. Another trade association, News Media Alliance, said the announcement, quote, "reinforces the need for federal legislation and potential court remedies to address this broken marketplace." The association, which represents approximately 2,000 news organizations, said Google is a monopoly that reaps significant revenue by scraping and repackaging news content. Several California lawmakers also criticized the agreement. State Senator Steve Glazer said it doesn't provide sufficient resources to rescue independent news gathering in California. However, California Governor Gavin Newsom hailed the agreement and said it will ensure the survival of newsrooms in the state.